Everyone wants to fight about my way is the way, my church's way is the way, my government's way is the way. Well, I say, my Father's way is the way. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. It's always, it truly is an honor and a pleasure to be with you here in this way. Every day is a blessing. It's been a week since I made a video. Last week on Sunday, it was Easter, and I recall waking up to seeing a lot of posts and a lot of messages, a lot of chatter about He is risen. And He has, and I respect that. I respect your points of view, your point of view. I respect your beliefs. I respect your faith. But it's not just that He is risen. It is that you have fallen. Because amongst all these messages of He is risen, I also saw a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of bullshit. It's so easy to say He is risen, but what I don't see is people or so-called self-labeled believers that live as if He is risen. You go back to your bullshit the next day. Some of you even that next minute, next hour. But He is risen. And you celebrate with your little colorful eggs and your bunny. But He is risen. And you give your teacher a false name, because we all know in our consciousness and our own self-respect that Jesus is a translation of the truth, but it's not the truth. Yes, there is such man, but that's not His name, or was His name. It was Yeshua, however you want to pronounce it. It was never Jesus. The idea of a Jesus didn't even, or the name Jesus didn't come to mind till about maybe 1500s or so. And so we took the real name and made it something it wasn't, and we take the image that we believe it was, and then we put it on our walls. And so we have a white Jesus with long blondish, brownish hair. That is not the image, and it tells it, it says it in your books for the Christians. What does it say about your false idols and your false worshiping? And you do it. And you have a nice little outfit on with your family on Easter Sunday, and you go to the park and you look for eggs, but He is risen. So now not only do you have a false name, you have a false face and image. And even if He were risen, and you were out there looking for this man, for this teacher, for this Messiah that you claim has risen. And you wouldn't recognize it. You wouldn't see him anywhere. You'd be looking and searching and seeking, but he would be nowhere to be found. Because you've created false images, not only in your hearts, in your minds, but also in your spirit. Everyone wants to fight about my way is the way, my church's way is the way, my government's way is the way. Well, I say, my Father's way is the way. However you want to take it, however you want to interpret it. If you want to get offended by it, if you want to get defensive about it, if you want to get critical. So, last week, we had so much faith. And today, half the world is afraid about an eclipse coming tomorrow. What happened to the faith you had last week? Where did it go? Was it only for one day? For one moment? For 1 hour? For 1 minute? For 1 second? Or for maybe it was just one click of a freaking post on social media? And then you went back to your bullshit. If you say you have faith, show it. Don't have it 1 second and then lose it the next. Because if what you say, what you've been taught, what you believe, what you hope for, the faith that you have leads you to light, to God, to Father, to truth, to your version of heaven, of peace, not just within your mind, but within your spirit, to be light, a light mind, a light body, light soul. Perhaps he has risen, but really, how far down have we fallen? How big of hypocrites have we become? And I see it, and I'm here with you. So I'm not just pointing the finger and judging and being critical, but it's got to come to a point in which we start calling out our own hypocrisies as humanity, not just as individuals, but as humanity. So tomorrow, do not be afraid. All will be well. And remember, he is risen. Peace.